Alright everyone, just wanted to give a quick disclaimer before the video starts. I filmed this the literal day before Elon announced that Twitter was changing to X. If you're wondering why I'm referring to it as Twitter throughout this entire video and don't bring up the name change once, I had no prior knowledge to it. Sorry, I can't time travel. Just wanted to give that quick disclaimer, and with that, I hope y'all enjoy the video. Focus.
Smells like pee-pee and poo-poo in here.
Shut up, leave me alone. Alright, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Very sorry this is not my usual background. I am currently on a vacation of my own free will, and I'm also the only person in this room right now, and I'm having a great time. If you've been on the internet probably in the last year or so, then you know about all the drama that's been happening on Twitter, which has mostly been caused by Twitter's ex-CEO Elon Musk. Ex-CEO is how you pronounce his one kid's name. I actually made a video way back when Elon first acquired Twitter and just kind of gave my initial thoughts and where I thought things were going to go from there. And I had wanted to make a follow-up video just to kind of see where things had transpired since then. I decided to retool it because Mark Zuckerberg walked by and said, no, we have Twitter at home. So today we're going to be looking at Elon's unique approach to Twitter so far. We're going to take a look at all of the decisions that led to Mark making Threads and choose your side of which billionaire scum you want to be on. In my last video, I predicted that Elon didn't actually have a plan for Twitter and was just completely winging it, and we were going to watch it crumble apart before our very eyes. Which technically hasn't happened yet, but I still think we're on the cusp of it. Oh, and I also made this joke because I just want to see how bad it can really get before I can't take it anymore. It's kind of like wanting to watch the Titanic sink while you're also on the Titanic. Just the Titanic sink while you're also on the Titanic. Now that... I didn't. That wasn't. I'm sorry, guys. I was given the knowledge to stop it, and I guess I didn't do anything about it. The first dumb thing that Elon did when he got Twitter was try to make major changes to the site through polls. I guess he was trying to prove that he was for the people by having everyone
Pokemon go to the polls.
These all range from like asking if Twitter should have an edit button, which has been asked for a long time, asking if he should sell some of his Tesla stock, even reinstating the former president's Twitter account, which 51% of people voted yes on. And I'm not sure how many of those were actual supporters and how many just like missed feeling something by reading his dumb tweets. There was a special high I got when I read Kofefe. I don't think he should be able to talk about politics or be involved, but I want to see his dumb takes on pop culture. Can't tell me you want to hear him go on a rant about She-Hulk.
Ever Wednesday was ruined by this show for 9 weeks, having to watch the episodes just to wait to get the Daredevil episodes. It was a living hell.
But he was so petty about losing it in the first place that he didn't come back. I've already ruined society and made you turn against all of your family members. My work here is done. Now it's Elon's turn to ruin society. Now another poll that Elon did was ask if he should step down as Twitter. He should step down as Twitter. I will no longer be the Twitter. Now, another poll that Elon did was asking if he should step down as the head of Twitter, and promises he will abide by the results of the poll. I want you to keep that in mind. Majority vote was in support of him stepping down because the majority of Twitter users aren't stupid. It hadn't been that long since he took over and everything was already getting fucked up, so it just kind of felt like Elon's hand was moving closer and closer to Twitter's big red button to push in case of emergencies, and we didn't want him to press it. So far, obviously, Elon had been abiding by all the rules of the polls and even claimed to abide by this one, so we didn't have a reason not to believe him. It may come as a surprise when the results of this poll resulted in nothing. What? You mean to tell me a billionaire whose children want nothing to do with him would not tell the truth? So instead, somebody claimed that the only people who should be allowed to vote in Twitter polls are Twitter Blue users, which Elon replied, "Good point. Twitter will make that change." I don't even really understand what kind of sense that makes. The only people who should have a say are the ones that enable me and blindly support me even when I'm completely fucking them over. I love those idiots. Speaking of Twitter Blue, my last video ended with it being completely removed from the website. Twitter Blue disappeared like it was trying to go see the Titanic. Fear not, because thanks to the most annoying people on Twitter, it came back. You see, besides Twitter Blue giving you that coveted blue checkmark, which is completely fucking worthless now, it also gives your accounts and your tweets like priority in the algorithm, which is why typically you'll see that the first replies to tweets will have that blue checkmark next to them. It's kind of Elon's way of saying, hey, if you pay me money, I will make you look more important than you are. Like you're not, but you can feel like it. Now, honestly, the only good reason I've seen to have the checkmark is a lot of people I know that do adult content on the internet. They pay for the checkmark so that way their customers know that like it's them and they're not getting scammed by anybody pretending to be them. But I think that's about the only reason. Have you ever seen an account pretending to be me asking for money? It's probably just me. I'm not even gonna like start a Patreon or anything like that. I'm just gonna send all of you my cash tag. If each of you gave me $5, that's a joke. Now, there was a while where Twitter had returned back to normal, and you'd have the occasional shithead moment from Elon, but it wasn't anything like terrible. It was even announced that he was stepping down as CEO and was going to move into a more like executive chair position, hopefully to put his focus into making sure that his cars weren't like killing people. And one morning while I was on my work break, I wanted to do my morning Twitter scroll. I was greeted by a little message that said rate limit exceeded. My feed wasn't loading. I couldn't click on anything that was trending. I was seeing all the trending hashtags and things saying Twitter down, so I had assumed there was just some maintenance with the website and it would be back soon. My Twitter didn't work for like the rest of the day. Then I saw a news article saying that Elon had announced that Twitter would be limiting how many tweets people could see per day, with unverified accounts now being limited to 1,000 tweets per day. And that was one of the fucking tweets I had to see when my Twitter came back. Yeah, I'm gonna waste one of your 1,000 by telling you that you have 1,000. So now you only have 999, dumbass. Give me money. Now I only have 999 chances to talk to the streamer that doesn't know I exist. When she tweets about wanting someone to send $500 directly to her Cash App, she's talking directly to me. I know this. And I missed the tweet because of this fucking rate limit. You would be able to see more tweets if you just paid for Twitter Blue. I'm already a tier 3 sub. I cannot afford Twitter Blue on top of that. These are important adult decisions to make here. Now, Elon says that the limit was done to combat excessive data scraping. I understood for a second, but then I realized there's a lot of very ethical reasons for data scraping. Like I found out a lot of people that also use data scraping are like journalists and scientific research organizations. Undeniably good things that have now been affected by this. Okay, look, I know you guys are doing a lot of good things, you know, it's really nice what you're doing here, you know, it's like really helping out society, all that blah blah, you know, I know, but it's inconveniencing me, so it needs to stop, okay? Look, I know that makes me like the bad, evil billionaire for not wanting you guys to like save children and try to end cancer, okay? But I need you to cut it out, all right? I'm very close to solving the cure for cancer, and I won't be able to monetize on it and sell it for billions of dollars if you find it first. So cut it out. Now, on top of us deciding we hated Twitter again, our other billionaire overlord Zuckerberg had announced that Meta was working on a rival app to Twitter called Threads. To which Musk responded, this is so stupid. I'm sure Earth can't wait to be exclusively under Zuck's thumb. Do you have any room to talk at all? Like, of course, the guy that's trying to colonize Mars has something to say. Like, this guy's obviously just trying to take over the world and no one's doing anything about it. Well, yeah, I'm trying to do but it's not, it's different. This led people to remind Elon that Zuckerberg is actually trained in jiu-jitsu, which Elon replied that he was up for a cage match. And yeah, this was obviously a joke, but Zuckerberg replied to it with, send me location. And I don't know, it seems like they're both like down to do it, but I don't know how serious any of it is. Which way, Western man? No, I don't think that entire rivalry was the reason that Zuckerberg and Meta decided to create Threads, but I'm going to believe it is just because it's fun. It's funnier that way, so with that, Meta decided to release Threads, and honestly, we should have lowered our expectations. Now, at first, an app that's basically Twitter without Elon sounds very enticing. However, something we didn't realize was that Threads would be attached to your Instagram account, which means that most of the people that were coming to Threads were also from Instagram. I don't know if I've ever seen an Instagram influencer actually have a successful attempt at comedy before, but that's also because they don't really have to be. You just need to take a picture of the ocean or like your aesthetically pleasing kitchen or your abs. Your $30 cheeseburger. People just eat that shit up, which sucks because that burger costs $30 and it was a good joke. Shut up, it was a good joke. Most of the posts I was seeing on Threads from Instagram influencers felt like Twitter in 2013, when like tweets weren't supposed to be funny yet. You could tweet shit like, I need a nap for my nap. A 2-day weekend is not enough. When you realize tomorrow is Monday. If you ever missed reading tweets like that, then fear not, because those are all ones that I just read from Threads. When I find a new song and I like it, I love it. It'll be the first thing I put on when I get in my car, when I go for a walk, and etc. Noah Beck, you read my mind, dude. You get that feeling when you like a song? Some profound shit right there. Oh, and this would not be complete without my good old friend Brent Rivera. I'm not going to explain it here, but I've got a whole video that explains why I really hate his guts, so you can go check that out later. Now, I've never seen his Twitter before, so I have no knowledge of that, but going through his threads, I feel like I'm reading a 17-year-old's Twitter account. This is like the shit you would post when you were in high school hoping that your crush was going to comment on it. Monday fun day. We love tacos. Tacos are yummy. You see, he'd post that one because like his crush's favorite food are tacos, so then he talks about how much he loves loves tacos. She's going to reply and say that tacos are her favorite, and then he's going to be like, oh, wow, they're my favorite too, even though they're probably not, because he's, you know, a liar. Now, my favorite one probably was him asking where Taylor Swift was and when she would be coming to Threads. She's actively touring. She's a little busy right now. Like, I'm not even the biggest fan of Taylor Swift, but does Brent think that his name is big enough to, like, move through the grapevine and make its way to her? Well, if this 16-year-old fan of mine wants me to join Threads, then I definitely think I should. He's how old? Now, despite the buzz and the very strong start that Threads had, it's definitely facing some issues now because they dropped all their honey. Get it? Because buzz, bees. See, that was funny. It's okay if you didn't get the joke. Threads has started seeing an active decline in usage, with active users dropping 20% and time spent on the app dropping 50%. With it being so new, it's hard to determine if it'll find like a steady, you know, user base, if it'll find any legs to stand on, or if it's just gonna end up being like another fucking Twitter copy that gets left in the dust. And of course, in the midst of all this, Elon revealed another reason to try to get people to join Titter. I almost said Titter. And of course, amongst this, Elon revealed another scheme to get people to get Twitter Blue. It kind of feels like an Ed, Edd n Eddy whenever they were like always trying to get a quarter from people to get jawbreakers. But for a while, the only pluses to having Twitter Blue was basically getting more Twitter, which doesn't really sound appealing if you've been using it in its full capacity for free for like the last decade or so, like most people have been. Like, I don't require that much from Twitter. I'm here for world events, pop culture, and MILFs, sometimes all at once. However, back in February, Elon had announced probably the most enticing reason yet to get Twitter Blue. He announced that there would be a creator program for accounts that bring in high engagement and frequent usage to the website. And a lot of those accounts are now sharing their first payouts from the program, which have ranged anywhere from like the thousands to the tens of thousands, with one account even claiming that they made over 100,000. And I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty fucking enticing to me. Look, I'm a bag chaser, all right? I only have to spend $8 to like make a salary in a month, then I'm probably gonna do that. I am joking. Now, as nice as it sounds, some people have pointed out it may not be as nice as they've been alluding to. For starters, a lot of these big payouts were coming from accounts that already just tweet a lot of inflammatory shit, which obviously gets a lot of interaction either from the other brain dead people that agree with you or from the people that are going to hate you and disagree with you. I've also seen some people mention that these payouts were backdated to when he first announced it back in February. So the next like monthly payout they get may not be as big as this one was, which I guess for those bigger ones, if you're still making like 5K a month, that's still pretty good for yourself, even if you're just baiting people into yelling at you for saying that Margot Robbie is mid. It was also revealed that the only impressions that would count towards like this number for the payout were other Twitter Blue users. At the end of the day, it definitely sounds like Elon is just like trying to bait these like regular people into paying for Twitter Blue, hoping that they're going to make that money, even though they probably never will. I don't think that like 16-year-old Josh is going to have the same number of engagement as Andrew Tate. Just like Threads, it's kind of all a wait and see what happens situation. It's kind of just a race for like which one's gonna implode first, like the submarine. Now, obviously right now with the times we're in, there's a lot of uncertainty as to where we can go in terms of innovation. You know, we've had these two people be at the forefront of innovation for so long now. Changing all of these things from like our day-to-day routines to trying to take the next step in humanity, letting me stalk my high school bullies, or making cars that catch on fire. I have two very significant names in the world of like tech and business. It really makes me wonder if it's all really gonna come down to them like fighting over rival apps that we take turns doom scrolling in, or if, you know, maybe these are just like the stepping stones which can hopefully lead to something greater for like our society in general, or, you know, maybe it's building up to just them beating the shit out of each other in the octagon. Why do we always find our way back to like playground recess rules? No amount of genius or innovation cures the human urge to just punch somebody. And I'm sure at the end of the day, no matter what they decide to do, they're both gonna be fine. Like, their bank accounts aren't gonna hurt, which makes all of us sitting at home the biggest losers. Sure, you know, you're getting evicted by the end of the week, but that just means you'll have more money to pay for the fight. Maybe if you had signed up for Twitter Blue before you got evicted, then you wouldn't have lost your home. Anyways, as you guys may remember, I can only talk about Elon for so long before I feel my brain leak through my nose, so that's going to be everything from me today. Thank you all so much for watching. Make sure you leave a like on the video, make sure you leave a comment if you enjoyed it, or if you have anything you want me to cover in a future video. I'm also interested to hear if any of you may have an opinion on where you think Twitter and Threads or where any of this is going. If you have any interesting predictions, you can comment those down below as well. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel and ring the bell so you never miss an upload from me. It's not $8 a month. It's entirely free, I promise. Thank you all again for watching, and stay safe out there, and I will see you next time. So, peace out, everyone.
Measure up overnight, spending time with somebody I don't know. I wanna stay for a while. I wanna move your way. No, the roof might cave in. All of these snakes in the
Let's go. Let's fucking go.